basically the distinction we're trying to make is that, like, we're not talking about socialism. We're talking about decentralization of, but not in a capitalist framework.
Right.
It's total, because when you have decentralization, it gives people the freedom to move resources to where they're needed, because money, or anything that's like money, is nothing but an obstacle to do that.
Right.
So what purpose does it serve? I mean, it basically serves as a form of religion. Really.
Yeah, you have to create, anytime you try to control the actions of anybody, you have to create a means of exchange to control the energy of what that person does or doesn't do. For example, if I go to buy coffee, I'm paying for coffee with some money, and I'm controlling, that person is controlled by that belief system that they have to.
Yeah.
They have to. And I just had this conversation actually from the gal that I just bought this from, because I'm drinking my chai tea latte here. Yeah. She's like, well, I will never do anything, special in my life. And it's like, well, what makes you say that? And I had this conversation just today with her. And she's like, well, I mean, if I die, then, what did I do that was so special? And I was just like, well, I'm having this I'll remember this conversation I'm having with you right now regarding, I mean, you're younger than me. Why would, I mean, don't ever limit your possibilities. You might be talking to somebody tomorrow that might open up an avenue, or you might create a new invention for something. To me, one of the most fantastic people that I ever knew, and we have already had this conversation, was David Ebaugh.
Yeah, David Ebaugh, yeah.
Somebody that invented a part for an old IBM typewriter back in the 50s, and it freed him up to become a spiritualist, and he started, all he did is research. Somebody that gained so much knowledge that was outside the mainstream, what the mainstream was teaching, that he had a lot of wisdom and knowledge in his later life.